sparkly science snugglers. Professor Labubu here with my teeny tiny plushy paws, all ready to bounce into the big, cuddly world of psychology. It's super exciting, because we're gonna peek inside the squishy, squiggly brain orchestra and learn all about feelings, thoughts, and how our snuggly minds boop behave with friends, teachers, and even ourselves. Zoomy zoom. Let's wiggle right into it. So, first up, psychology. It's like a magical, sparkly telescope that helps us understand all those comfy and cranky squiggles inside our heads, and also how we play and chit-chat with other humans like social psychiatry. Imagine humans are like plushy puppets, and psychology teaches us the strings and buttons that make them move and giggle. One cutest part is called transactional analysis, or TA. TikTok. What a name! Which is just a fancy way of saying how we talk and react in our chatty games. It's like when you say hello, and your friend waves back a sweet transaction dance boop. Tim makes these everyday chats turn into neat sciencey lessons for big folks and kids alike. Yippee! Waggle flip over to another fluffy friend, pedagogical psychology. That's a tongue twister for how schools help kids bounce back from big ouchies and tricky times, like trauma. But it's bright and hopeful, cause it looks at kiddos' superpowers and the trust sparkles between people. Yay inside yay! It's like turning a soggy day into a sunny one with a hug of trust and courage. Oh wowie! Psychology really knows how to keep hearts snuggly and safe. Now let's bounce into the heart of our squishy mind's psychic phenomena. No, not spooky magic, but the ways our thoughts and feelings wiggle and jiggle. There are 3 big pluffs to know. One is psychic process. Think of it as passing a bouncing ball, transaxe or transaction, between friends, stimuli and reflexes playing tag in the brain playground. Next are psychic dispositions, the parts of us called ego states. Gosh, they're like tiny costume pieces our brain wears. Parent, the bossy guide. Adult, the calm planner. And child, the wild dreamer. They all live in our minds like a trio of plush pals. And guess what? There's psychic states, too, like moods and atmospheres, short bursts like the jitters before a big test. Hello, nervous wiggles. And long-term vibes called climates, kind of like the weather in our mental friend farm. Tippity-tap wiggle. Next, let's peek at the wonderful world of psychological directions. Think of these as different shiny paths into the mind garden. First is psychoanalysis, the grandpa of psychology, from which TA bursts like a glittery star. It explores those sneaky games. We sometimes play with our feelings to get what we want, even weird little prizes called gains from illness. Boop! That means sometimes being sick or cranky gets a secret reward inside or outside. TA helps us spot these mind tricks and turn them into happy dances instead. Flip-flop? Now zoomy zoom to behaviorism. This one is like a super trainer for good habits, especially in schools. Think of it as sprinkling fairy behavior dust that helps everyone follow kind. Fun rules to make school a happy place with teamwork sparkles. PBIS, positive behavioral interventions, and support says hi. Yay cooperation. Squeak boink scoot over to humanistic psychology. This is the warm, fuzzy blanket of mind science, hugging us tight with big values like dignity. Oh so precious. Personal choice and responsibility. It's the cozy place where solidarity, respect, and truth build bridges over stormy feelings, lovely tools to fix hurt hearts. And here's a jazzy tidbit, analytical psychology. Named after the brainy Jung who thought about the persona, the pretend masks we wear in social dances. TA connects with this by showing how these masks can get stuck in silly loops, like when we play the same pretend game way too much. Oh no. Boing zoom to biology and culture corner. Your squishy brain loves snacks of stimulation, aka hunger for stimuli. Without enough giggly, sparkly inputs, brain cells can get sleepy and sad, maybe leading to big trouble like psychosis. So tickle your senses and feed your curious brain pets. And then there's the super duper role of culture and upbringing. Kids learn which games to play and which dance steps to do in their social playground starting from tiny toddlerhood to big kid years. Between ages 1 and 7, these mind strings get nicely tied and make the comfy cozy frame of our personality. Snuggle snuffle. Here come the senses. The very first way we say, I see you and I care, is with a delightful little purr called a stroke. No, not whiskers, but gentle touches that say, hi friend. This is the tiny snuggle language of social life. If kids don't get enough snuggly strokes and sensory giggles, it can make their little feelings put on a sad face called apathy, or even worse, marasms, bad tiredness. Adults too can get puzzled and fuzzy if their senses are starved. For example, sensory deprivation can cause strange mind hiccups called transient psychoses. Everywhere, Our senses are the jazzy tune that keeps our minds sparkly and peppy. Bop bop! Now onto the big boss consciousness. It's the magical juggling act of organizing awake time. Humans love structuring their time so their brains don't get all tangled. Oh no! Alcohol is a tricky guest. It knocks off the parent ego first, meaning the bossy voice falls asleep, and then the wild child wakes up to dance an unsupervised jig. That can be creative or a little rebel-rouser. Wiggly wobbly attention and perception now. Awareness means seeing things as they truly are, no extra decoration, or funny fog-like, spotting a plain teacup, rather than a fancy teacup costume. But if you're in big trouble or stress, your mind might feel like you're watching a weird movie about yourself, disassociative stuff that makes reality all fuzzy and odd. Giggle boingo, here comes thinking and talking. Thinking is the grown-up adult ego's job, cool, calm, smart, and calculating to keep us safe. Talking helps us share our sparkly ideas, feelings, and info. In big storms, we gotta use clear, kind, respectful, and truthful words to help everyone feel snug and understood. Kapow! Education and learning in schools are more than ABCs. They're about becoming social superheroes. Learning happens best through friendly chats, teamwork, and playful activities, like building Lego towers or the High Tower game, helping us practice cooperation and build friendship bridges. Yay, teamwork! Bring memory alert! Our brain saves important info mostly in ego states oh so fancy. There's something called catastrophic memory, too. It's the brain's way of remembering big scary events, like floods or fires, so we get ready and safe if those storms return. Safety dance, brain. Squee! On to emotions! The big four feelings are streaky wishy fear, angry huff, giggly sad sadness, and bounce happy joy. These are totally normal reactions when life plays rough, and they help us release tension and feel lighter. Kids, especially, show shock or even baby-like behaviors when sad, which is part of the healing magic as they process grief. Oh, motivation time! People have 3 yummy cravings that guide their actions. The hunger for stimulation, brain snacks. The hunger for recognition, warm fuzzy hugs from friends. And the hunger for structure, organizing their time so they don't get bored into grouchy mode. It's like your brain's tummy asking for different tasty treats to keep bouncing. Snuffle personality puzzle now. Personality is made of those 3 ego states again. Parent, the outside coach. Adult, smart inside helper. And child, the sparkly inner friend. A student's identity is made in the cozy little world of their classroom, with friends and trusted teachers helping glue all the pieces into a shiny badge of who they are. Boop beep bop. Next up, performance skills. Getting things done is all about teamwork and right role sharing. Someone speaking up, another writing notes, and a smart coordinator pulling all the plushy pieces together. Seeing each other's superpowers and knowing when to give a little compromise helps the team sparkle and shine like a crystal star. Ooh! Last stretchy snuggle for today. The methods of psychology. We have tests and playful games to understand classroom vibes. The climate. There are fancy questionnaires with mysterious names like CEES, B4, D1, and totally playful wild methods like Teddy's in the Tree or Class as an Indian Tribe, where kids and grown-ups reveal their feelings and relations in cozy, creative ways. Plus, analysis of ego states helps us catch secret mind plans and tricky hidden games, played with words and glances. Oh, giggle giggle. What a brainy hide and seek. Phew, plushy pals. Imagine your psychology like a big orchestra, with all those ego states as instruments. Parent is the conductor waving the baton, adult tuning the shiny violins, and child holding the trumpet that squeaks the emotions. Sometimes, we get stuck playing the same old song. That's when troubles or tragedies storm in like a wild thunder. But guess what? The Crisis Intervention Toolkit is the magical rescue plan that keeps our brave orchestra playing beautiful music together. Regular care for the class climate is like tuning the instruments often, so they never sound crooked or false when the big concert of life happens. Yay inside yay! I'm so stuffed with cuddly science sparkles today, aren't you? Remember, your brain is a squishy, bouncy micro-universe full of playful pals, giggle bugs, and thoughtful tinkers all working together in splendid harmony to help you dance through life's ups and downs. Every feeling, every thought is a twinkly note in your personal symphony. So snuggle up tight with your fuzzy notebook. Keep asking your giggly questions, and never stop exploring your marvelous, marvelous mind. Professor Labubu says, science is the snuggliest adventure ever, and you are the brightest star in the constellation of curiosity. Beep 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 bye for now. Until our next bubbly brain boop party, keep those wonder whiskers twinkling, and your heart full of sparkle. Zoomy zoom and snuggle snuggle, Professor Labubu loves you tons. Boop beep boop.